All right, so welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and have a look at some 45 ACP bullet options and have a look at some bullets that I have found that have worked for me. I've been reloading 45 ACP now for about 6 years. And, I've tried different things over time, and, you kind of find things that work for you. And also, too, budget's a factor as well. So just about anything that I buy, 99% of reloading components I buy are always on sale, or there's some sort of deal that I get. So I'm a pretty aggressive shopper in terms of reloading components. I'm always trying to find that good deal. And also, too, I tend to buy in bulk as well. So that's why over time what I do is I kind of find what products kind of work for me. And then that way, when I see those things come up for sale, I can jump on those and I can grab those pretty quick at a good price. So that's kind of where I'm always at with these sorts of things. And also too, as we know right now, as it stands here in November 2020, obviously a lot of stuff gets sold out pretty quickly. Still, though, you can find good deals out there, and you can even find some sales as well. So even if you can score free shipping, because obviously bullets are pretty heavy, so sometimes shipping is pretty expensive. A lot of times it depends on the vendor. You can get free shipping, sometimes not on bullets. It depends. Midway USA is a good example. Sometimes they won't let you have free shipping on bullets. Other times they do. So yeah, you just have to really kind of keep your eye out with all the different big vendors, so you can pick up those deals when they come available. And a lot of times you have to jump on them pretty quick. So taking it from the top here, probably my favorite target competition bullet that I have found that works for me, and I always kind of seek these out, and especially I buy them in bulk. So I've got like a big case here of 1,000 from Nosler. And they are the 185 custom competition jacketed hardpoint. These I have found with tight group powder, just excellent, accurate, super accurate bullet. They work really well for me. So especially if I'm going to shoot competition, USPSAs when I'm shooting these days, they work real well. Real happy with these. Right now, they're pretty well sold out from what I've seen. But in the past, I think I picked these up on sale for something like 16 or 17 cents each, I think. It was 160, 170, I think, for a case of 1,000. Typical retail, like if you buy them direct from Nosler, I think they're about 220 something. Out of stock last I looked, though. But really good bullet, tight group powder, works great with these. Probably my go-to bullet, for target and competition stuff. So always going to seek these out. Very happy with these. I like using them. And, as I said, I buy in bulk. So I grab those 1,000 bullet cases, and they work real well. Second thing I found that works pretty good, Nosler is a company that all their products that I've tried so far, super happy with. I find especially the price, most of the time I'd say for what you're getting, the price is pretty good. Hornady, obviously another big competitor of theirs. Usually the price of their products is slightly less, and I'd say their quality is pretty good. Nosler, though, it seems like everything that I use of theirs, accuracy is pretty good, quality is good, good consistency. So, I've been tending in kind of recent years towards Nosler products a lot. Not to rule out other companies and all that, but, typically pretty happy with their stuff. Another deal that I got was these 230 grain jacketed hollow points. So this would be more for stashing away for self-defense, keeping those on hand for that. Even if you have to target shooting, if you can pick up a good deal on them. They're obviously going to be a little more expensive, for target shooting compared to those 185 grain bullets. But hey, they work pretty good. The accuracy is there. You know, really like these a lot. This deal actually here, I picked that up in bulk, even though they're in 250 count cases. You know, I grabbed them in bulk, many boxes. So these are good bullets to have on hand. Right now I'm loading these up with Winchester 231 powder. So it's my first time using 231. So we'll see how that goes. So far, so good. I'm still in the process of kind of tweaking the load a little bit. But yep, liking these. And, you know, these are pretty good bullets here. So, yep, always a good deal if you can grab these for a good price. So next up, Hornady. I like a lot of Hornady stuff. Their bullets have served me well over the years whenever I do reloading. The nice thing with these bullets, these 185 grain XTP. XTP is Hornady's kind of hollow point bullet. You'll see these for 9mm and, you know, 357 Magnum and all that. And then also too in 45 ACP, other calibers as well. But the nice thing with these, the reason why I like these was because I got them for quote unquote free. Whenever I bought my Hornady Progressive Press, they give you 500 free bullets. So this is the ones that I picked. And so I grabbed these. And so far, compared to other XTP bullets that I've shot, like a 9mm, for instance, I didn't get the best accuracy out of these to start with. So I think what I have to do with these is kind of play around with them a little bit, try out some different powders, and see what I get. But my end goal is to develop some sort of load for these because, again, you want to have options. And having those options is always important. So in the future, if all I can get is 185, you know, grain Hornady XTP bullets for 45, or happen to find a good deal for them, I already have a load down on paper, and hey, you know, we're good to go. So still need to play with these a bit more. But hey, when you get bullets for free, hey, I'll load those suckers up sideways, whatever, you know. You know, free bullets, awesome, you know. I'll take them any day. So we just need to work on these, come up with a good load. Next up, a good option that I have found, and this is another one of my favorite target bullets, is the Hornady 230 grain full metal jacket bullet. In the past, I've gotten these in bulk. I have an ammo can there filled with them. And I've gotten these in bulk, and they end up working really good. Very accurate bullets. I've used them with a variety of powders. I've loaded them with tight group, unique. What else? I think all power pistol have also, you know, loaded these with that as well. So very accurate bullet. Like them a lot. You know, if I can pick up a good deal in bulk on these, you know, I'll grab them. But really good bullet, kind of your standard 230 grain bullet out there. And yeah, they work really good. So you can't go wrong with these at all. You know, for general target shooting, or you just want to load up that traditional 230 grain 45 ACP full metal jacket load, you know, this is a pretty good go-to bullet right here. Good quality with these. Never see any production issues with them or quality issues. You know, hey, I know I can buy these and they're going to work great. So pretty happy with those. The other thing we've got is these 230 grain full metal jacket bullets. Pretty similar to the Hornady 230 grain bullet. You know, for those of you that might be new to the game or whatever, or you don't really know much about 45 ACP, the 230 grain full metal jacket bullet, that's the classic bullet that goes back, you know, 100 years. So been around a long time, and it's one of your standard loadings. You know, the military, of course, you know, used this bullet for years and years, decades and decades and decades. So you'll see slight variances. So for instance, with these, compared to the Hornady, it's got kind of a different jacket on it. But basically the same kind of bullet. And they work fine. I'd say, you know, I'm just taking kind of a punt on this, but I'd say the Hornady is maybe slightly more accurate from what I found. but there's probably real no significant difference with them at the end of the day. Of course, Remington, they've gone bankrupt, and all those companies that were under that banner of whatever they called it, I can't remember the name of the company that got set up with Remington and I think Bushmaster and all these other companies, and it's all gone bust now, and it's all kind of gone under, and it's all been broken up into different parts. Where that goes, I don't know, but and who owns what, I've not kept up with that. But this is kind of an example of when you have, for instance, in the past, I was able to get 20% off gift cards for Cabela's. And, when you happen to be in Cabela's, if I happen to see these on sale, sometimes they'd mark these bullets down 20%. And then also with my 20% off gift card, I'm getting a pretty decent deal on these bullets. So I don't have many of these, but it's kind of a thing where you have to be a shark and you have to be prepared to jump on those good deals. And so when you can get 20% off gift cards or even a 10% off gift card, and you go into a retail store like this, and they happen to have a big sale on their bullets, which Cabela's from time to time, you go in there, and obviously right now at this time, everything is probably pretty much sold out. But in most normal times, obviously a lot of that stuff might be priced high retail, but I find like with Cabela's, there's always a couple things in there they'll have a sale on, or they'll have discounted or something like that, and you're just kind of prepared to jump on it. So this is an example of that where, basically just ready to kind of jump on a deal like that and grab, a couple bags just to add to the supply. And then finally, to kind of wrap this up, this is another great example of being prepared basically to kind of jump on a good deal when you see it. And these are made by Magtech. I believe this company is owned by a big conglomerate in Europe, but they're made in Brazil. And so they've made a lot of stuff, I think, for the Brazilian military for a long time. And you'll see a lot of their different bullets and stuff available on the U.S. market. They also make completed ammunition as well. Never really had a big problem with any of their stuff. It's always been good quality, no issues at all. And I don't use these bullets often, but this is another deal where I jumped on. I think Graf's had these, and they were something like 10 or 12 cents or something a bullet. And they call them FMC bullets, but it's basically a full metal jacket, 230 grain bullet. And, I found the accuracy with these was just fine. Again, probably I think the Hornady full metal jacket overall would probably edge it out just slightly. But, for target shooting, target plinking, they work pretty good. And so for that price, I'm like, hey, okay, I'll take that. I bought a whole bunch of bags of these, and when you see those deals, you got to be ready to jump on them and grab them. And so, to kind of wrap this up, there's always a couple different companies out there, with good bullets. And what I try to do is develop kind of a good roster of 6, 7, 8, 10 different loads. So when I see those deals come up, I can jump on them and kind of make it happen. And I do have my preferences. Like for instance, I'm looking for those Nosler bullets, and I'm looking for a good deal on them, and they're kind of my go-to bullet. But I do have, like for instance, with the Remington or the Magtech, those sorts of things. If I can get a really good deal on them, they'll work well for just target shooting or plinking or whatever at the range, and to serve me well. The other thing too is you won't see any lead cast bullets here. That is an option. You can go that route if you want. I typically don't do much with those sorts of bullets, if at all, for anything that I load. And reasons for that is the jacketed bullets, they tend to be a lot cleaner. I don't have to worry about velocity issues with anything that I'm loading, and typically get pretty good consistency. out of jacketed bullets. So it's just my preference. You're going to maybe spend a little bit more. I wouldn't rule out using some of those lead bullets or some of those powder coated bullets. They're doing a lot of lead bullets these days where they're powder coating them, and that's cool. Cuts down on perhaps coming in contact with lead. I'm always sensitive about lead, and lead exposure, just from past experiences, and maybe I'll talk about that someday with my own lead exposure. And you don't want to get a lot of lead in your system. So I just find, for me, typically handling these jacketed bullets just is probably a little bit better than just handling straight up lead. But that's my preference, hey. And a lot of folks like using those lead bullets. One thing I will say is, from shooting a lot of matches over the years, that a lot of the dudes that do seem to shoot those cast lead bullets, for whatever reason, in their 1911s, they always seem to be choking a lot and constantly racking rounds out of the chamber. So I don't know what that is, but I never have any reliability issues at all. I'm shooting those Nosler custom competitions, and I've never ever had one choke at all. So, if it works, you might pay a little bit extra, but that's what I go with, and that's what I do. So that'll be it. Any questions or comments, feel free to kind of throw those out there. I'm always open to new ideas and, different things. So, if you want to add anything, please do. And have a good day.